And actually, I was bitten by a pit bull, so I had to take some time off, and I never lost hope, and they stitched me up and my mouth, and I was better. So
your
it was a little bit
mouth?
difficult. Yeah, it was actually a family member's dog, and I have no hard feelings, but he was at my feet, and I'm very intuitive. And I just kept saying, look away, Denise. And people ask me what breed, because I don't say. And he was a pit bull mix. And I never went around there. Everyone was nervous of him. He was growling, and this is what I say on several shows. You have to be responsible. Even my chihuahuas. I had 13 dogs. Now I'm down to 7.
Whoa.
But, they're little yappers, and they can lick, and they're annoying, and, to other people. So you have to be responsible and put them in another room. And then I did another show on that, how to keep them out of a party, but include them. So I looked down, and he looked up at me, actually, first. And then I looked down, and I just said, hello, boy. And I said his name, and he just leapt up and went, and grabbed the left side of my bottom lip. Now, took out a chunk. So I know sewing, so I know that sewing a seam together is easy. I didn't care about a scar, but like an old person without teeth, I was sliding my tongue through. Anyway, long story short, went to the hospital. Everyone said it was bad. Then this amazing doctor came in, and I said, can you do this? And he said, sure. I said, have you done this before? He said, well, I take cancer out of people's mouths. I said, do you do facelifts? Because I knew if he did a facelift, he would do the scar, the seam really good. And he goes, oh, yeah. I said, oh, good. You'll do it now. And I was perky and happy because I never lost faith. It's made me aware. And I'm like, why me? And I'm like, why not me? But I think because I'm in this animal industry that it's made me more aware, because I put my face in horses, in cows, in dogs, everyone's face.
What do you do when you get around this dog again?
Well, I haven't seen him, and he's not here anymore. I didn't ask him to be euthanized, and that's a new law that's coming out right now with Jim Tedisco in upstate New York. They're trying to fight that after a dog bites once, don't euthanize, get them treatment, give them a chance, whatever. So that's another law that's coming out. But it left it a year, and then the insurance company with them would not cover them again unless the dog was put to sleep. Now or they take it out of the house. Now, if that was me, I would have found a loving home for him. It was difficult. He was only 2.
Wow.
It was not the dog's fault. It was the owner and the responsibility of every single pet owner. I don't care if it's a docile dog. Animals have a mind of their own. Even my guys, they talk to each other. I'm intuitive. I can pick up on what they're about to do and say, and they do talk to each other. I had a Yorkie and a Chihuahua that kept fighting with each other. She kept telling the other one how pretty she was because she's got long hair. Mommy loves me more. No, Mommy doesn't.
We are with Denise James. She loves herself some animals. Do you think you're over the top at all?
I am so obsessed that I won't eat because I'm in the middle of finding the correct dog bed, or I put my head in the bird cage when I'm decorating it for my parrot. And do you like that? See if I look that way. I'm on shelves. I am totally obsessive. My husband is the most patient person in the world.
That was my next question. You're a married woman, and does he have the passion for animals like you do, or is he very tolerant?
He does, but I just went away to see my horse in Maine, and I left him in charge because my special needs girl passed away before we moved, and I had an old pug, 15 and a half, passed away, and a boxer. But it's funny, they all left. I always say they leave. I don't like the term put them down or euthanize. I just say I help them to leave, and then they go on to their next life. So I had a list a mile long, and I come back, and I don't use kibble or anything, but it's a really good one, and that's humanely used. And what is this bag half used? And you opened a new one. I don't know. I said, well, why didn't you use that said that? I didn't know what a round was. I said, then why didn't you ask me? So anyway, he was a good boy. He had to put drops in one of the dog's eyes, but he's a good boy. He has been my sole support of this whole animal, and it's been all my life.
And he's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
So we don't have a lot of time here. We don't have a lot of time here, and it's apparent that one show is not going to be enough for you. But I have to.
I love you guys. I want to be right there near you.
We're so out of time here, but I'm having so much fun with you. We're going to have you on again. I like how the beginning of the call. By the way, you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, where you should have a southern.
Tennessee.
You should have a southern draw here in the next 6 months or so. But you started the phone call.
Y'all, I can do one pretty good. Yep. We're near Nashville, but I can pretty much do.
And you started this phone call with a New York accent, and then you ended with the Australian accent.
Well, see, when I get relaxed, it's funny. When I talk to my sister on the phone in Australia, I get off there and I'm real Australian. And when I was doing acting and I was trying to do American commercials and things when I first arrived in America, they would say, "Why are you doing Southern?" I said, "I don't know what Southern is," but I would go into a Southern drawl,